We're going to talk about the Rite Spot.
Which one?
Rite Aid. Rite Spot, R-I-T-E, just like Rite Aid. Responsible for the cheeseburger.
Mm-hmm.
It originates in Pasadena, but it's more closer, when I looked it up, to Eagle Rock. It's on the...
Even better.
It's on the west side of the Suicide Bridge. It's... You know the one.
Oh, the Embankment of Lost Souls.
That's the one, yeah. Wayne Manor. It is 1500 West Colorado Boulevard, which is still a thing. It's at Colorado and Avenue 64, which I said, right around the edge of Eagle Rock.
Okay.
It's the man responsible is a man named Lionel Clark Sternberger, home of the Sternberger. Can I take your order? God, I've been waiting 2 days.
Who loves orange cheeseburger?
Anyways, Lionel Clark Sternberger was a short order cook. That's the whole story. He was a short order cook.
So obviously, he made a cheeseburger. What more do you want?
Supposedly this one was accidental too, but I'm not going to give that. I think this young man knew what he was doing. He was reportedly 16 at the time. A lot of people speculate it must have happened between 1923 and 1926, and he was just a short order cook at the time. I heard with this, he first did it when the Rite Spot used to be a just like a food stand at the side of like a road stop sign that sold like hamburgers, tobacco, and fruit.
Tobacco?
Tobacco, yeah. It tastes like grandma. The original cheeseburger was called the Aristocratic Burger, which is a hamburger with cheese, and it was 15 cents. Imagine that. Rip off. We know about the Rite Spot due to menus found at the Pasadena Museum of History, but I've read a lot of articles about it. The menus is probably the best thing. They list the address for the Rite Spot, they list him as the cook, and they list the Aristocratic Burger, and this was all in the 20s, so it has to be one of the first spots, because the patents for cheeseburgers in other cities across the country were already
You can patent a cheeseburger?
You can patent anything.
Can I patent you?
I'm already patented as that guy from Bones. You know the one. Lionel and his twin brother Van, he had a twin brother, moved from New York to Highland Park sometime between 1910 and 1920, and they were both pretty young. The Rite Spot that eventually it became was just like a quick lunch counter, quick service, and it had like bistro tables and whatnot. Apparently the story is just him slapping, it's just, he was just somebody who was like, oh, cheese and a burger, why wouldn't this be good?
So he wasn't carrying around a slice of cheese and tripped over something, and then it slammed onto...
Oh no, I gotta save it!
Hey!
One story, the stories for this one are kind of funny. One of the stories, the speculating stories, that there was a passing homeless man who made a suggestion to Sternberger to just add a slice of cheese to his hamburger order. Here's a clue to why I don't think that's true. It's called the Aristocratic Burger.
Maybe it was a joke.
Maybe it's a joke. Maybe it's a
an
joke.
ironic name.
I kind of thought about that too, like if that's a true story, like that's such a dick move to do.
It is very mean.
Another story that I also read a lot of was that it was he accidentally burned one side of the patty, and to cover it up, he just threw a slice of cheese on it. I was like, oh, it's not burned. Enjoy this cheeseburger. My favorite story is that he thought it was a good idea and proceeded. So they opened up a second Rite Spot in Highland Park, a little closer to their place, after the success of the first one. Like I said, in the 30s, there was very popular, not only the Rite Spot, but just cheeseburgers in general. Like I said, burgers were starting to get a little more experimental. You had Tommy and Tommy's doing chili burgers, and the cheeseburgers was coming around. The double burger was somewhere, I'm sure, but it was invented some other bohunk thing. Podunk. They say that the popularity of burgers, although I'm sure it's German because the word is super German, but they say the popularity of burgers in America starts around like 1893 from street vendors around like the World's Fair in Chicago, and then just kind of slowly moves west like everything else. In Louisville, Kentucky, there was a place called Kalen's Restaurant, and a man in 1934 coined the term cheeseburger, which if Sternberger had been smart and just like cheeseburger, like cheese plus burger equals cheeseburger, but he had to be wisecracking and call the Aristocratic
burger.
So he doesn't have the patent on the
What
term.
do you call this burger? The Aristocrat.
Another diner in Denver filed a patent in 1935, the Humpty Dumpty Drive-In. Sternberger passes away in 1964. Apparently weighed 425 pounds at the time of his death.
Not a surprise.
No wife, no kids.
Nope.
Obituary notes.
This sounds all too accurate.
In his obituary, it is noted that he is credited with inventing the cheeseburger.
Inventing heart disease.
When his brother Van dies, it notes that his brother invented the cheeseburger. Pretty sad. Here's an interesting story.
Finally.
Lionel loaned a man named Bob Wayne some money in 1936 to open up his own burger restaurant. It's now known as Bob's Big Boys. You know, Bob's Big Boys.
From Austin Powers?
That's the one. So in 1964, when Sternberger dies, McDonald's, only 20 years old at the time, had released its first annual report. A year before that, they had sold their billionth burger. Cheeseburger Week in Pasadena is between January 12th and 17th. National Cheeseburger Day is September 18th. Recommended burger places in Pasadena, the Pine Burger.
Yeah.
Killer 1913 East California Boulevard in Pasadena.
Delicious ice cream.
Delicious ice cream.
Maybe the best vanilla ice cream I've ever had.
And you can't distinguish between butter and vanilla ice cream.
Yeah, so you eat it all.
Yeah. Oh, also, I was going to mention this because it's kind of a callback. Around the time that the burger starts...
The library.
Griffith Park is cursed. Beware! In the 20s, when he's first putting the burger together, the cheeseburger, together, the Rite Spot,
burger.
the aristocratic burger. Sorry. We have that happening. Highland Park. We have the chili burgers coming around. Pasadena at the time is a tourist spot, and get this, a winter resort for entrepreneurs from the east because it's sunny climates. So people who hate the snowy Christmas come to LA. They stay at the Huntington Hotel, which is very beautiful, and they get their kicks. Around the 20s, Mount Wilson installs a 100-inch telescope Griffith would see and get inspired by.
But speaking of hamburger experimentation,
yes,
there's also a lot of hamburger experimentation going on in LA right now.
There is a lot of fusion stuff.
Yeah, and it's spreading to other... I know New York is trying to copy it.
Finally, it moved in the opposite direction.
I know.
I hear a lot of good things about Unami Burger, but
Umami.
What did I say?
Unami.
What
That's a very offensive word in Japanese.
we gotta scratch up.
Umami. Yeah,
umami.
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like the burgers I make, quite frankly. I think they're best in town. Come to humbly named Greg's Burgers.
Greggy's.
All my places have been named after the people who came up with them.
Yeah. Mr. Rite Spot.
No, that's right.
But Bob's Big Boy. Ronald McDonald.
You were gonna say something, I cut you off.
Well, no, it's just that like LA is hamburger central. We sort of dominate. We dictate the fashion of hamburgers around the whole country.